I only have 4 picks, and I feel like one's kind of cheating. But, so, like, the one I think is kind of cheating is R by Rosé, because it's really only 2 songs. But I liked those 2 songs so much, I feel like I should mention it. Those definitely were some of my most listened to songs this year. I love that. Then I have Like Water by Wendy. I think the worst song on that album is the title track. I'm not gonna lie, but every fan of her will agree with me on that. But every other song on that album is fantastic. It is such a good display of her voice, and it just did such a great job. And I was so happy to see her back after everything that had happened. So it was just really sweet and refreshing, and she just did such an amazing job. She just has such a big, amazing voice that I loved hearing it. Then we gotta talk about Bambi! That album just,
oh my. I guess it did deserve that entrance.
Bambi definitely does deserve that entrance.
Bambi's been being called out all night.
Facts, because it deserved. Not only was it an amazing, like, musically, the photo book is great, like, the concept is great, but every song on that album is so good. My favorite is Love Scene. I also love All I've Got, where he just was showing you his entire vocal range, just showing the fuck off. And then my favorite album this year, obviously, is Queendom. I love every song on it. For like a whole month, I listened to it every day in order. I think it sounds great in order. It's very rare when you hear an album nowadays.
That sounds good chronologically.
Facts.
If B was released this year, it would be on this list for me because it is one of those that I listen to in order all the way through.
Conceptual.
Yeah, I love BTS's B, but they released that last year. So.
No, this is really like a concept album, and some people haven't I don't know if people really talked about it, but I had mentioned before that it kind of it gave me a little bit of like an ABBA vibe, but with like modern production techniques, and then and it just was it flowed together really well. It felt like it told a story, and then it just had some great songs on it that will all be mentioned in our favorite B-side tracks. And 4 of the songs on that album are in my top 5 on Spotify this year. So I listened to it quite a bit. I love that album. So I think it's Red Velvet's best mini. People will fight with me about that. That's okay. But I think it's Red Velvet's best mini album, actually. And that's not recency bias anymore. It's been August, September. It's been 4 months. It's not recency bias anymore. I really do think it's my favorite mini. So yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
It's you.
Is it my turn?
Or is it you?
I know, it's Skylar.
It's Skylar.
I'll go ahead. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like yours is longer.
No, I just talked about Queendom quite a bit. I only have 4.
Okay. Same here. 4. Same here. I think this is the first time that we're not repeating.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one I have is Chungha's album. Corinthia.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We don't know the pronunciation.
Okay, whatever. Chungha fans, let's be honest. Y'all probably also had trouble pronouncing that name. It's not even an easy name to pronounce. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong,
forgive us.
Yeah, whatever. I love this album so much, and I think it's underrated, I guess, because that's what happens when I guess you don't hear as much about album as you expect to. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people love this album. I think Chungha is great. I'm pretty sure this was somewhat critically acclaimed. People liked it. It's a dance album, and it has a strong identity, which I really appreciate. And I just love her. She's so good.
We forgot to put Bicycle on our choreo list.
Oh, that's so true. How can we live Chungha?
Chungha, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Chungha,
Bicycle, that choreo slaps.
Yeah.
Chungha is such a great dancer. Continue.
Wow, y'all. I think I have all girls in here except for one.
Hey!
Okay.
And then the second one, now this is a surprise because this one's new. Villagers. Where are Villagers at?
No, she really liked that album, and that's very rare for her to like a whole K-pop album or listen to a whole K-pop album.
It's called Village of Perception. Village as in village.
I
Just cut
thought
that out.
billing, village is in like billing, like a bill.
Anyway, so it's called Village of Perception by Billy. Why is there so much bill? It's like
I'm just
repeating
a
that word
bill.
so much.
Yes, I'm only a bill.
Okay, see, now we're getting off topic. Okay, we have to stop. Okay.
Albums. Go back to albums. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, so this album from start to finish is really good. I have to agree with you. I think with this album as well, I would repeat that the title track isn't necessarily the strongest song on this album. I think it's probably what's the like kind of like dance record we heard that you liked?
Oh, that's right. And that was their promoted B-side because that's the one they did on Music Show.
Oh, flipping a coin.
Yeah, Flipping a Coin. I think Flipping a Coin is one of their best
I like the
songs.
choreo for that one.
Great choreo. And there's a few others on here. Flower World is really cool. It's just a really great debut album. And what a start to actually have an album out and you're debuting.
Yeah, that's rare.
That's what you said. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was rare
either.
to put out an album.
You generally just put out like a single.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then next, oh my god.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Is that for girl groups or is that everyone? Because I'm pretty sure boy groups I felt like put out albums.
I think Mama, EXO was a single. Well, Shiny did put out a full album, and that first album is so good. Red Velvet was a single.
I mean, No More Dream, but that's on Dark and Wild, so I'm not sure how it was released.
And then Stacy came out with a single.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe it's different for every group, but
probably
I've mostly seen it be singles.
Yeah, so this was a big start for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course we got For Only by Lehigh, which
right.
I mean everyone has been talking about this album.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is like undisputable, one of the best albums of the year. For me, one of my favorite albums of the year, period. Yeah, she's just very talented. And then I would have to say TXT, the Chaos Chapter, either album. Honestly, TXT has kind of like a perfect superior discography. so like you could pick any album and it probably be good. So
yeah, that's true. That. They do a lot of mini albums.
Yeah,
like a lot of mini albums.
Short ones.
Yeah.
But that allows them to put out music
often.
Rapidly.
Yeah, they do a lot of comebacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, me, right? For albums. So I don't have a long list of albums. I only have 3 because I really couldn't think of like albums that I'd listened all the way through or like liked all of the songs on. I do have Bombi on here by Baekhyun because I just thought it was so solid. In every song, he sounds amazing. Like, there's no question that he did such a good job with that. I also have the KS Chapter Fight or Escape by TXT. Again, their discography is just so good. Like, they are one of the groups where, like, I can't think of a skip song. Like, they kill it, like, every single time. And that's so crazy. Like, whenever they release an album, I just automatically put the whole thing on my playlist, which is not like something I do.
It's crazier more so because like they change concepts
so often,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like
they got such range,
and it's so good every time.
I'm like they changed concepts completely this time, and it's still really great. So.
They killed that pop punk thing.
Yeah.
Killed
it's so good, and y'all know that I love my pop punk. Here I am with Gaho.
Oh yeah,
love him.
I'm a pop punk. Not
like
hater.
an anti.
She's an anti.
Like
I'm just like
I hate that shit. But I Know I Love You is so fucking fire. That song is so good.
Yeah.
It killed me not to put it on my list. My list, honestly, of title tracks could have been like
really long.
But I just had to shorten it.
I will say, I really liked EXO's album. Don't Fight the Feeling. Yeah. I liked it a lot. It's not on my list, but I should add it because I actually really enjoyed it. And EXO is a group that I pay attention to, but I usually don't give a lot of credit to. But this album I really enjoyed. Like I enjoyed a lot of the B-sides. I enjoyed the title track. So I think they did a really good job with this one.
It was so cute. I was just so happy.
Yeah, that I was really like excited for that comeback. But the most awaited comeback of the year is obviously the best one. and the most flawless. And that'd be Don't Call Me by Shiny. And I will sit here and die on that hill, stick beside him. That's my man. Like, my military husband, Taemin.
We miss him.
Yes.
Please come home soon.
So, yeah, like, Don't Call Me, when I tell you, I can listen to that album all the way through every day and still scream at the top of my lungs. Absolutely. I will do that. I deserve that. They deserve that. It's a win-win.
Amen.
That's true.
Don't Call Me was so good. I love every song on it. Kiss Kiss, Code, Heart Attack, everything. I also don't buy a lot of K-pop albums, but I bought that one.
I just looked over at my collection. It's a little gross.
We both added to ours today, but like that one in particular is one of my favorites.
They just keep buying them, y'all. Keep stacking up.
It just keeps, every time I get like, I have a hard week at work, I'm like, I deserved it.
Yeah.